Oh yeah. What's up, y'all? I don't know who's out there right now. As you know, if y'all can hear this theme song, because it's very important to me. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? It's another exciting episode of my radio podcast. I got my friends here with me. Yeah. I'm just playing with y'all. I'm about to drop the beat. Anyway, welcome to everybody to another exciting episode of my radio podcast. I'm your host, Mike B. I got my peoples with me. I got my Glenn.
Oh, hold on. I said give him 5 minutes.
Remove Glenn. Got my girl Trinita. She in the car somewhere. What's up, Trinita?
Hi, Mike. How are you?
I'm good. What you doing out there in the what you doing in these streets?
Running errands, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to jump on this podcast in the middle of all of this. So here I am.
So you just gonna jump on the podcast while you running errands?
Yeah, I am.
So that's what we're doing now. That's what time it is. We're just gonna run errands. That's what time it is.
If I could have done it at another time, I would have. But this is how it went. So I was like, but this is my priority. So I'm here. Aren't you happy that I'm still here?
I'm happy that you're still here. I'm just trying to figure out how you're gonna run errands doing the podcast, though.
No, I'm on pause. I'm parked. I'm situated.
Trinita's fired already. Trinita's fired already. We've only been.
I'm parked. There's no driving while podcasting.
I don't want to be a witness to a carjacking or anything.
I'm safe. I am in my car. I am parked. I am good. I promise.
Okay, as long as you're safe and you good. I mean, I don't want because I don't want to be like, yo, Trinita's currently getting carjacked right now, and we're witnessing it live on Facebook and YouTube. That's a plug. I'm waiting for Glenn to give me the thumbs up because I don't know. Maybe Glenn will join us one day. He's in the studio. We got a good show for y'all planned for y'all this evening. I got my homegirl Ty Davis coming through. Baltimore comedian's own. I call her the MVP of the pandemic. So we're gonna have her on at the top of the hour, at the 7 p.m. hour, the 7 o'clock hour. We're gonna talk about our weeks or whatever has been going on. Trinita Renee gonna give me her bike rack. So
I did not. I told you after Wednesday, and today's Wednesday. So anytime after today, you can come and get it, or we can arrange that.
Oh, I thought it was like this week. I didn't know. I thought it was last week. I didn't know there was conditions. I didn't listen to last week's episode, so I don't remember. I don't remember.
So I wasn't around before today, but anytime after today, you can come and get it. We can set that up. Just
make me part of one of your errands. Just drop it off at the cul-de-sac.
I can. Yeah, but you know how far you live from me, so we're gonna have to meet somewhere in the middle.
Okay, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I didn't make this public deal. You made the deal. I'm just stating that I still haven't yet to receive the bike rack that you said.
Well, just know that I still have plan to follow through. That's all we need to worry about right now. I still have the plan to follow through.
Okay, that's cool. Because I'm the most responsible host in the world, I didn't realize that Glenn sent me a text saying that give him 5 minutes. That was 10 minutes ago, and he still needs another 5 minutes. He hasn't got his hair together. Is what I'm gathering. He hasn't put on his headband. He hasn't put on his silky smooth headband, or he hasn't moisturized his hair. I don't know what Glenn has been doing that requires him to have 5 minutes. We're looking directly at him. I don't know if you can see him, Trinity, but we're looking directly at him. And
but how about I parked and I'm ready for the podcast and I'm fired.
Yeah.
But he's not even ready to be on the screen yet.
Yeah, I'm docking pay. I'm saying. I got to dock pay.
I'm here, so I think you should give me his pay.
You know what? Double the. I mean, whatever I was gonna pay Glenn, double yours. I just doubled your salary.
See, that's why we friends. That's why we.
I'm just gonna take his salary and give him your salary. So your pay is doubled. That's what you been doing. What's been going on this week with you? I'm Trina. What's going on with you?
Mostly work. A lot of work. I've been busy. And then family stuff. Taking care of stuff. So I don't have anything to report, but I'm here.
What about
you?
Oh no, we ain't talking about me yet. What about the Fly the Local podcast when that's coming back? Don't be trying to bounce back off on me.
We are on hiatus. We're going to pick that up in probably in July. I'll have a more firm date after tomorrow. But I'm looking forward to it because we have some cool things planned this time. So this will be season 4. So once I get the date, I will definitely let you know for sure what that is.
I don't know who your producer is. I know you always try to give me your producer. You should fire him and hire me.
TUL.
Fire him and hire me.
Promoted my producer for TUL Radio.
Yeah, just fire him.
The Underground Lab. No, he's dope. He's dope. He's the best.
He's doper than me.
Y'all are neck and neck.
I think I'll pull ahead.
For my podcast, he's dope. For your podcast, you're dope. How about that?
I feel like you just dodged another. I think you just dodged another answer. That's what it looks like you did.
He's excellent though for my team. But yeah. I don't know what else to say.
I'm not here to try to start. I ain't trying to start none. I ain't trying to start no rigmarole, as my grandma used to say. I ain't trying to start no rigmarole or anything. I'm just saying. You could just go ahead and fire him in this. I
can't do that.
Why not? Just pay me.
He's good for my team.
I'm good for the team.
So you want to be the Fly Lyrical podcast producer? Is that what you're saying?
It's easier. And whatever you're paying him, I could do it for less.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what you're paying him.
I'm not telling you.
Yeah, whatever you're paying him, I do it for less.
He's good for my team though. For the Fly Lyrical podcast, and then for the open mic radio, you're good for this team.
Yeah, of course I'm good for my thing. I'm talking about for y'all thing. I think I should fire him. I think y'all should have a meeting. Y'all should get together, have a meeting.
I'm not bring my producer. No,
I mean at least have the meeting. Have the meeting, and then just ask yourselves: is it really worth me having the T-shirt guy on your name? I don't know what his name is. Or you can just have somebody that you know who's going to hold y'all accountable. The moment y'all say, "Hey, we want to go on hiatus," I'm gonna be like, "Yo, for what? To do what?"
I knew him longer than I knew you.
I don't care about none of that.
I'm sure you don't.
I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that.
I feel like you're putting me on the spot right now.
I am. I know you're not gonna do it. I know you're not gonna fire him on air. You'll do it secretly.
I think you're gonna fire him in secret. No, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Trinita, come on.
Mike, stop.
Okay, I'll stop.
Thank you.
Get your co-host to do it.
Nope.
Okay, whatever. Well, anyway, we're gonna bring in Glenn has finally got
the What's going on?
Hi, Glenn.
Hey. I apologize, but I had a really good reason for being late. I was watching Meet the Blacks 2, The House Next Door, and I had to finish up the movie. So I have to finish watching the movie. So
a movie that you could put on pause, you decided to just push through.
I didn't decide. I had to push through. You see, so it's an advanced screening because I did the interview with Kat and everything, so I had to do the advanced screening, and they only let you watch it one time. You can't even bootleg it. You know what I mean? So I had to watch it all. So I was like, I'm gonna have to be late for the movie.
So you couldn't hit share screen so I could see the movie, or me and Trinita see the movie.
I want to see it.
You know what? I could do that, but then we're streaming to the world right now, so the world would see it too, and then they'll rescind my privileges. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to rescind my
share screen. Let me know when you're ready. Share screen.
Share screen. Hold on, I'll share here.
I'm so scared.
Just give me a little preview. Just get a
people. Oh wait, don't share that.
Glenn has entered another chat.
I can't share that screen.
Oh man, if you're in incognito mode, then you could share that screen.
I tried to, it didn't work, man. But I apologize. It's but it was I was late for a professional reason. I was late for professional reasons. This is the thing.
I mean, it sounds good.
Yeah, and the movie was good. I enjoyed it. Y'all seen the first one? Y'all seen the first Meet the Blacks?
Yes.
You did? Did you like it?
Yes. Funny movie, yes. But don't ask me about anything because it's been a minute.
I liked it. I thought look, let me situate myself now since I'm here. I liked it. I thought it was good. Kat is hilarious. The cast is great. It's good. It's yeah, we do not like sugar on our grits. You know what I do like on my grits? I like jelly. I like some butter and jelly in my grits. That's how I take them. And you get them with a little biscuit, maybe some sausage, sop it up.
Trinita?
I need salt and butter. I'm sorry.
Salt and butter.
Butter. As a matter of fact, before I left the house, I had grits and I put cheese in it. I had salt and pepper
Cheesy
and
grits.
cheese on my grits.
You know what?
Yeah.
You just put a dollop of jelly on there. Maybe strawberry. Oh.
So
You said strawberry jelly?
Strawberry jelly. Just a dollop of strawberry jelly on there, or even raspberry jam. Preserves will work in a pinch.
I'm trying to think of how that would work. Because that still sounds like sugar.
I mean, it's sweet. It's good.
Look, if it ain't sugar, don't even put the bowl in front of me if it don't accompany some sugar.
Once you start talking about sugar, then we're talking about cream of wheat. I don't understand how this is.
No, we're not talking about cream. We're talking about grits.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's not. No, it doesn't go. It doesn't work. Not to me. It doesn't work.
I don't think y'all even tried. I don't think you gave it an honest attempt.
I've tried it. I didn't like it, but switching to jelly, I could do that because it's got the fruity flavor with it. That works.
I put strawberries and sugar in my grits.
Yeah, strawberry and sugar
for color.
For color, you're eating for color now.
I like to make my grits interracial. I put some color.
Trinita, have you ever eaten for color?
Interracial grits.
What you say?
Have you ever eaten for color?
Grits? No.
Who's eating for color? Oh.
If you put you see corn in grits, right? What color is corn? Yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want red in my grits.
What is happening right now? But you can't get red if you use strawberry. Strawberries are red.
I mean, but this dude is Mr. Preservative. So I mean,
the most exciting thing I'm gonna put in grits is maybe shrimp.
Oh, I make a great shrimp and grits. I'm glad you brought that up. I make a tremendous.
Because then you can do color. Because then you're gonna do Old Bay, right? But
I do I do a little saute in there. Make a little what you call it? It's almost I scampi them up and then make like a nice little bacon jam. It's good. You know what I mean?
I don't know who I'm talking to right now.
So it's great.
I don't know if y'all belong to this podcast anymore. I think choices have to be made.
Look, I came in and I was ready to talk about this movie. I was like, oh man, this movie is great. But I forgot I also have an embargo. I can't talk about it until But
why would you even bring it up? You're the worst.
I wanted an excuse because that's why I was late. I didn't want you to think I was just blowing it off. I was like, I had a good reason.
But
I was on time.
This is really good advertising though, because you literally said that this movie was really, really good and gave out no details.
Exactly.
So now everybody has to see it in order to figure out if it's good or not.
And plus, everybody's going to hate because they're like, "How did that nigga see it before me?" You know what I mean? So that's the other thing. It's like, so we're working on that level too.
I am kind of beefing over that a little bit. Yeah.
I didn't see the first Meet the Blacks, so I'm that guy.
Why would you not see the first Meet the Blacks? It was great.
Well, for what?
Directed by a great director, Deon Taylor, starring Mike Epps and all the other cast character, Gary Owens. It was a great.
Speaking of Gary Owens,
Mike Tyson was in it. It had the late great Charlie Murphy.
It's Gary Owen.
Nah, he got divorced. They had to put an S on his name. What happens?
So now he's plural because he's singular.
He lost half his shit and gained the S. That's what happened.
Get your money, Queen. Get your money, Queen.
She put an S on his name. She's like, Owen is mine now.
Get your money, Queen. I'm here for her. I'm here for that. I'm here for that Queen. Get your money. Damn. She put him on blast. I'm glad she did. Put him on blast. Get your money, Queen. Okay. Did you see that letter from he wore a shirt that said breadwinner, and then she took the picture and put it on Instagram, and she had some choice words for him.
Ooh.
Wow, I didn't see all that.
Why don't we share a screen on that?
Well, I can't because I don't know how to do that yet, but I do follow her on Instagram.
Why don't we share a screen on that? What happened? Let me see where it was on IG.
Mm-hmm. We're trying to see if I can.
So I'm not normally I'm lying. I can't say that I'm not normal because I am. But why are they getting divorced?
Marital infidelities, I believe. I don't know.
Wow. Oh wow.
I don't know.
I mean,
you don't know. So you just made up something. Okay, let's be clear. You made that up. Okay.
No, I didn't make that up. No, they really are.
Oh wow, yo.
I know that part, but is it because of the infidelity or not?
Yeah, I think it is because of infidelity and some other stuff too. I mean, I won't be in people's marriages, but
hey, listen, I'm reading this article. I'm reading what you said, and I'll just tell you this: the last thing that's in the post is hashtag I give you zero problems. Hashtag no lies told. Hashtag don't be late for the court date.
Yeah, I'm going to read it. If you'd like to follow her, her name is Truly Kenya on Instagram.
Okay.
I like to cite my sources. Okay, on Instagram.
Okay.
And she said at Gary Owen Comedy. I've never gone.
Oh wait, don't put their business on blast. That's hurtful.
Okay. I've never gone to the media. The media goes looking for the paperwork. I've allowed you to tell your family, friends, and fans any false narrative that you want, need to be about us, the relationship, and our kids, because I don't care or feel a need to defend or explain myself. I know what really is. You know what it really is. But when you go and make these dumb passive-aggressive posts and your insensitive ass t-shirts, I'm triggered, and you now have my attention. That's when
wait. Can I drop in just for a hot second?
Mm-hmm.
If this was my marriage, I'd be very upset about you reading out this post because I would want this to go under the rug. But continue on.
Okay, I mean, but I'm just saying this on Instagram. So yeah, you haven't supported us since April 1st, my birthday. Nothing, nada, zero, not an electric bill, not water, gas, not insurance, medical, dental, life, car, house, etc. Not groceries, not maintenance for the house, not the gas or maintenance of the cars, not the platinum card I got for us because you wanted one and you couldn't get one on your own, not the cell phone you had for 23 years. Instead, you just got another phone number and didn't pay the bill. All the other bills are attached to my social security number and credit. You paid the $4,500 mortgage that is attached to your social security number and credit for the first time, but that is it. You haven't seen your daughter in over 6.5 months. You haven't seen your son in over 4 months. This is your choice. You do remember us, right? I guess we were useful when your content was needed, when your content was needed, or when I allowed you to live your best life while I stayed back with our kids. The house was taking care of the business. This is what it is after 23 years of being the only one to have your back 100% of the time. Wow, the new you is a mofo. Do you even recognize right now? Right anymore? You've shown a lack of care for me, maintaining the financial stability and sole emotional support for our kids. I'm the only person that's always protected you and you treat me like this. Say more about your character than any of your antics. You are not a good guy, so cut it out. Get a t-shirt that says deadbeat, and I will let you get back to living your best life. Lying, clout chasing, side chicks, and looking for a black celebrity friend group.
So
and then the hashtags. Then the hashtags.
Oh, so you want the hashtags? Okay.
The hashtags,
okay. Hashtags. I give zero problems. Hashtag no lies told. Hashtag in all caps. By the way, don't be late for the court date.
So is he still invited to the cookout?
I've seen numerous posts from the cookout delegation. I've seen some people saying that some of those invites were never sent out on their behalf. Everybody keeps sending him invites. I've actually met Gary Owens in person before, about 8-9 years ago, at a comedy show in DC, and I shook his hand and got his autograph, and it was, from what pretty good guy.
Listen, I met him as well. I went there to see him with Stephanie, and we took a picture with him, and I was like, I said something when we were taking a picture. I was like, oh man, you got that dude doing all the jobs, because his opener, the guy who was opening with them, was doing all the jobs. He was like running around, he was printing out pictures and grabbing the t-shirts and basically doing, you know how it is with the comedy show. You're doing a bunch of stuff to sell your merch, and he was doing a bunch. I was like, man, my man working hard right now. You got to do every job, and he's like, he better. He on the road with me, and I was like, oh. That was the energy I wasn't expecting, Mr. Owen.
Yeah, didn't see that coming.
Okay. But I will say this. I have a strong feeling that that he's going to try to get back with her. Whether she takes him back is a different story. I have a strong feeling he'll try to get back with her.
Once it goes public, once you start having a conversation and you're arguing and beefing with each other in public, stop. Just dead it. Just let it.
Because then you get people like the Open Mic Radio podcast reading it back so that other people know. Listen. Listen. I think I know exactly what happened.
Okay.
The limelight hits you, and it feels good to be in the limelight. You know, like when you go sunbathing and you're like, "Ooh, this feels good," but at some point, you got to get out of the sun, or you're going to prune up. You want to get sunburned, and you got to realize that's not your normal life. Your normal life is back inside with the AC, taking care of your family and all that type of stuff. He was in the sunlight. He was shining for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to soak it up, and he wasn't respecting the people who helped get him there. That's what it sounded like.
I don't know, man.
It definitely sounds like he took something for granted. And if he cheated, then that's a problem too. People get, they get famous and popular, and all of a sudden everybody wants them, and they want to be wanted by everybody. We see that stuff all the time. That's not new in terms of celebrity, nor is it new in terms of non-celebrity. I don't even know if that's a part of the celebrity-ness. I think that's just who people are. It just shows up better in the limelight,
People get you on all day, every day, B.
So wait, do you think you're allowed to have a side chick if you've done that much? You know what I'm saying? You've created that much wealth for your family and whatnot. Are you allowed a side chick? Like, just and then you like keep it moving.
I'm literally going to say that depends on the relationship that you have with the person that you're with.
Okay.
It's not about. I don't get to make that decision for somebody else's relationship. If y'all have that agreement, do whatever is in y'all agreement in terms of y'all relationship. But if y'all are supposed to be together, be together.
But Trinita, I'm asking you specifically. Once you blow up from this podcast, you know what I'm saying? You got a man, you married now. Are you going to be allowed to have a side dude because, you know what I'm saying, you popping like that?
I'm going to have to talk to my guy and see what we could do. What we can work out.
But you might look for that clause in the contract.
No, absolutely not. Okay. I'm not that person.
Okay.
I don't know, man. It seemed like that because he married a black woman, and a lot of black women take a lot. I'm not a black woman. I just know a few. Married to one, and they put up.
Was you looking at me when you said that?
No, I didn't say that. And then and I know, and black women, they take a lot. They endure a lot, and she kept quiet for a long time because this divorce has been out for a minute. And the media was looking, and they were leaking certain stuff. She didn't say a word, but
I remember he faded out from social media as well when it was announced that he was getting the divorce.
Because I remember he was popping on social media for a minute. He like I used to see him a lot pop up on Twitter and IG.
And then he disappeared for a little while, and now he's back trying to reclaim his notoriety or his space in the social media world. But I didn't know those things about him. I mean, but again, I literally don't go that deep. I didn't know those things about him. I just knew he was getting divorced.
And this is why it's very important to know your fashion limits. Like, that was the wrong shirt to wear. It triggered her. He should have known. If he would have just wore, you know what I'm saying, a Level Up Comedy t-shirt, he would have been fine. You know what I'm saying? But instead,
to trigger her. He knew what he was doing.
And that's what I was trying to get at.
That's not a good move. That's not a good move at all.
That's what I was trying to get at. I was like, black women, they take a lot. They take a lot now. They endure a lot. They don't say nothing. All it takes is one little thing. You could just one day you could spill water on the table and like, damn it, that was it. And then like all hell breaks loose. It could be the one day that you forgot to put gas in the car. It's like, I'm sick of this shit. And then
I got a joke.
Let me finish.
Like that. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say because I was like,
oh my god. Go ahead, Glenn. Go. Use up all the talk minutes, Glenn. Use up all the talk minutes, Glenn. Go ahead. Go do your bit, Glenn. Go ahead.
I know. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
No. I'm done now.
I'm just like, oh shit.
I forgot what I was going with. All I'm saying is black women, they take a lot and they endure a lot. It don't take much, but Gary Owens wore that t-shirt and she said, this is the day that I'm going to go in and write this thoroughly written Instagram post. I'm going to do it right now.
He wrote it a while ago and had that joint saved for when he did fuck up and was ready to be put on blast. Yeah. Whatever's happening behind the scenes with them, it's it's boiling over and she's fed up and she's over it. Like she's done. It's humiliating, it's hurtful, it's painful, and all that other stuff. And then she ends up being the one talked about because he's the celebrity and nobody knows the story. So now she's like, you know what? I protected you when I didn't have to, and now I don't have to, and I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm not. It is what it is now.
Yeah.
So she's the gloves are off, and that's just where she's at.
I mean, I'm talking about when you start talking about the fact that, you know, that's 23 years, and you talk about his content. Most of his content is basically
their marriage and his relationship with black people, and she was his card into talking about black people with no worry about repercussion.
Yeah.
Because he's in, you know, he's at the cookout, right?
Yeah.
But now here's the other part of it. You gotta think. Here's the other part. You gotta know what type of woman you're dealing with, because I think in his mind he might have thought he was dealing with.
He knew who he got. You know what he's doing.
But I mean, what I'm saying is, I think he thought it was going to be a tit for tat. Like, okay, now I'm wearing a shirt. Now she going to wear a shirt. Now I'm going to do this. Now she going to do this. He didn't realize he had the scorched earth type woman who's like, I'm not playing no games.
He knew 23 years. He knew who he had. He knew what he was dealing with. Yeah. And he also knew she was probably the type to stay quiet.
Mm-hmm. She thought she was
quiet. So he could do what he wants because nobody knows who she is.
She got a follow me. I'll tell you
but now she has a following because people know who she is.
Speaking of which, hold on. You right. I forgot. Let me go ahead and get a quick follow real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and follow. Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm talking about. I didn't even know who she. I didn't know she was on Instagram. I saw the Instagram post. Quick follow. Give her a follow. If I found her on TikTok, but did the same thing too.
Oh, and she's single now. Yeah. Instagram. Yeah. What's the over under for DMs you think she got right now?
Well, I don't know. I mean, because I know people was all up in Kevin Hart's ex-wife DMs like the moment that it was over, and that happened instantaneously. So I'm pretty sure the DMs are flooded right now.
It's like, girl, I always saw you hold it down. You ain't got to take that. You know, you're a queen. How you doing? I just wanted to check on you. And
that's the thing too. I don't speak for all black women. I'm just speaking for the ones that I know. Some of them I know a lot. You know, I'm just saying that whatever she did for him, she may never do again for another man.
For the next person, yep. It's
going
to
be
especially if her soul was in it. If she takes the time to heal and understand that he's who he is, now I'll tell you this: she probably won't date another celebrity.
Yeah.
And then she'll get out of the light, and then she may be able to recover and love like that again. It'll take her a minute to do it, and I suggest she take that minute, but I don't think it's impossible. I think especially if she wants to love again. But she's gonna put them through the ringer to get through it.
This is gonna be a very expensive hoe phase that she's gonna go through. She's gonna go through an extremely nice hoe phase. That's actually a phase. That's
23 years. 23 years puts her at her early 20s, which means she didn't ever actually have a whole phase. She deserves it now.
Yeah.
Ooh. In this day and age. And coming up on the hottest hot girl summer ever, right after the pandemic. Woo.
Yeah. Speaking of this is
and he gets half of whatever he got, and she got to worry about his feelings.
And he got a new movie that just came out, so checks have just been cashed.
Yeah.
He was actually in Meet the Blacks too, which I saw, which is pretty good. He had a pretty good performance in it.
I would like to move the show along. We're at the top of the hour, as I advertised. Anyway, we got our guest in. She's in the waiting room in our green room section of the studio. She's been, very prompt. She's we're going to talk about everything she's done thus far, but I just want to say that she's the MVP of the pandemic, like period. Like literally.
I need to hear her story.
I'm gonna let her tell you the story. I'm gonna give you a little bit of the story, but I'm gonna let her tell you the story because I don't speak for everybody. I let her speak for themselves. But like this woman, she glowed up, yo. She glowed up. I'm talking about she
glowed up.
I'm talking about winning the festival in Miami. I forgot the name. That's what I said. Festival in Miami. She just got done touring with Kev on stage, and I'm talking about radio star, radio personality, one of my good friends in comedy. I'm about to bring her onto the stream and stream. Boom! Miss Ty Davis. What up, Ty?
Hi.
Just the MVP of the pandemic. And the Ty, I know you probably said, Mike, why are you calling me the MVP? I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. Ty, I'm not saying that I kept statistics. All right. She had probably about 2,000 followers, right? 2,000.
Okay, it was like
9,000 followers, right? I don't want to go overboard, right? The whole pandemic, she had a strategy, right? And like we was talking off and on, right? Talking off and on about strategy, right? I was very lazy, and I didn't realize how lazy I was to this, right? So, like, she spent 365 days in the pandemic. People was working on what they was working on in the pandemic. She said, "I'm going to work on my social media presence." She go from 9,000 to damn near 500 million followers in 365 days. She has a whole following on TikTok. I'm talking about, and then it goes from 500 million followers to being on Kev on Stage tour. Like, I'm like, yo, Ty's doing it. She's the MVP. God damn it, give her a trophy. Give her some flowers. Let me write flowers down and give them to you.
You're so nice. Thanks, man.
Everybody, welcome Ty Davis. What's going on, Ty?
Hey, man, I'm happy to be here. Thank y'all. Hi, Trinita. Hi, Glenn. Did I say your name right? Trinita?
Yeah, you said Glenn. Oh, my bad.
And that doesn't happen often, so thank you.
So Tom, I'm gonna let Glenn take this. He's the interview person of the show, actually.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Okay. Glenn, we did this week. Come on.
Okay. Hey, I'm with it. Hey, look, I love promotions, especially when I didn't know I was getting a promotion.
No, you're supposed to. Anyway, Ty, what's you been up to? You fresh off the road? How was it?
It was great. I'm actually getting ready to go back on the road. I leave tomorrow, so yeah, it was great. We went to Utah first, Salt Lake City, Utah, and then we went to Tacoma, Washington, and it was a blast. Like working with Kev on Stage and Tahir and his entire team.
You must have been with Kev on Stage. Yes.
Yeah, Kev on Stage. His tour is back underway, so he's letting me do some dates with him. And I am back now from Washington, but I'm getting ready to leave tomorrow because I'll be in Atlanta through to Monday with Ryan Davis. So I'm hopping around.
Okay.
I knew schedule too.
I like the new crop of comedians because all the new ones who have come up, on social media or whatever, they also are strong stand-ups. And I've noticed that because of that, I think they really respect other stand-ups, and they've been really like shouting out and bringing along other stand-ups. Did you feel that love when you met them and when you were talking?
Yeah. I met Tahir 3 years ago when we were doing Heart of the City, and we just maintained a relationship, but our bond got amplified during the pandemic because a lot of times as comedians we miss each other in passing because we're working. So the pandemic set us all down at the same time, so I was able to grow my relationships with people more, and he plugged me in with doing things with All Deaf. So I met Kev, and I met Meg Scoop, and I met Tony Baker, and I met a whole bunch of people through doing Squadcast and doing the All Deaf stuff. So it just everything just started to pour over everywhere. So
wow.
Happy.
Look, I'm about to hit the hard hitting questions, man. Look, forget all that, Ty. All I know is I remember we had a moment, and I was like, "Yo, you're 2 steps away," and you was like, "I don't know, Mike." And then the pandemic happened, and then boom, it was like gasoline, like boom, Ty Davis on fire. How do you feel like right now after because it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years since that moment. Like, how do you feel like right now? Like, have you had a chance to really absorb everything that's happened?
No. It's interesting when I hear other people's perception of how they watch me move, and I'm like, what? Because I went through a major depressive episode at the beginning of this pandemic. I was like, wait, because I was full-time. I was a full-time stand-up comedian, full-time radio personality and writer, and all my money came from the stuff, from the things. And literally one day, lights out on everything. And I was like, what? And I couldn't get off the couch. I was crying every day. I was sad. I was like, this is dumb. And I don't want to do this. Like, people, my friends would call me and be like, they'd be like, how you doing? I'm just waiting on the Lord. Any minute now. Just come on, big guy, come get me. And then I decided to pull myself out of it and say, look, how long you gonna do this? You've done it long enough. All right, now you need to make a plan. Now you need, because now you're choosing to be unhappy. And I'm not going to here and say, you know, that I think that I'm doing well and every day is a happy day. No, I just quit comedy like 2 days ago. Like, I be quitting, and then I get a phone call, I get an audition or something, but I be quitting. I'll be like, after I do these shows, I ain't doing nothing else, and then something else comes. So it's a constant roller coaster. And I sometimes I get tied into the negative stuff, and I don't sit and reflect, which I've been doing all this week, just showing gratitude. Like, you worried and you complaining about where you're not, and you're not focusing on where you are. How about you show gratitude from where you are than where you were? And so that's what I've been doing recently in it, but it's a battle sometimes. But I think I've done well. I think I had a good year, even though it was a pandemic.
Nah, I'm not even let you do that, Ty. I'm gonna gas you up, Ty. Look, no, I'm gonna gas you up.
Do it.
Go ahead, Glenn.
No. What I was gonna say was
give her a hype moment, Glenn. Give her a hype moment.
So look, me and Mike had this thing. I got Mike on this thing, right?
Give her a hype moment, Glenn.
Listen, this is the thing. Sometimes you can't bask in the glow of your own glory. You know what I mean? But sometimes you need your friends to listen to you bask in the glow of your own glory. And we call that a hype moment. You know what I mean? So I say, Mike, you need a hype moment. You've been out here killing shows. You've been hosting. You got your this and that and that other. I would love for you to give us a hype moment. Just hype me like, you know what I did? This is what I did. I got my social media. I got 500 million followers. I'm doing like that. I think you need that. You need to take.
So you want me to do it?
You could hype it. Mike could do it for you. Whatever, however you want to hear it, however you want to take it. I feel like the people would like to hear it from you. I wouldn't mind doing it, although I don't know all the stats. Only you can fill out the story fully. So bask in the glow of your own glory for a minute.
All right. I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm gonna do it. All right, this is a hype moment. Well, during this past 15 months, I've increased my social media following on Instagram alone from 9,000 to over 35,500 authentic organic followers. I started making videos on the TikTok in January, and just 6 months later, I have a following of about 21 or 22,000. I've gone viral on multiple platforms, different types of videos. I've had people reach out to me for voiceover opportunities because of some of those viral videos. Clubhouse came out. I got a good 6,000 and some change over there. Let me see. I've auditioned for things, voiceover and film and TV stuff. Throughout this past year, I've been on tour with multiple national headliners to the names of Kev on Stage and Ali Sadiq and Bill Bellamy and Finesse Mitchell. And I'll be out with Ryan Davis this coming weekend. I'll be at Improv next week. I got to do warm up for the American Black Film Festival Comedy Festival, to which I am the reigning champion of the Comedy Wings competition. So yeah, I think that's enough. Wait, and I forgot. I became a certified master life coach. I went back to therapy, and I am back in college pursuing my undergraduate degree in English and Human Resource Management.
That's how you do
it. Where we at? And I got grandbabies. And
Mike, wait, you a grandparent too right now?
Yeah, I got 2 grandbabies.
Oh, congratulations, Mike. We need a sound effect for the conclusion of hype moments, because that was beautiful. As a matter of fact, there's one that you forgot. You are the first member or a guest on the Open Mic Radio podcast to complete a hype moment. So there's another one that popped off during the pandemic.
Reigning champion.
You know what I'm saying?
Make history.
History. But I'll tell you one thing. I hit you up, and you probably didn't know me. So I hit you up over the pandemic because I was like, Ty, I'm working on this project, and I just wanted to, for you to holler at me. You probably didn't see it. It's in your Instagram, just way down in your DMs now because it was like a long time ago. But I'll send you another message. Be like, hey, it's Glenn. I had you on the hype moment, and then I'll tell you all about it.
Listen, I be trying to keep up with the DMs. I really try, but listen, that computer phone, this thing became a job, and I'm sick of the phone. And it's like it seems like when I literally have to sit time aside to check emails and to check messages. And then when I do, there's like a whole separate set of messages that go to like this other folder, and most of the stuff in the other folder people's sons that don't know how to act, crazy people. So like if I get like 3 back-to-back whammies, I'll be like, you know what, we done for today. We done. I'm not.
Send them to True Kenya.
Listen, I recently started making content about my DMs. So the content, the new series, I started it last week, the first episode on IGTV. It's called Get Your Ass Out of Here. Okay. And basically it's about my comments and my DMs on social media. And I had a video that I did today, but I don't know if I'm going to post it because I did it on a balcony, and Child the Cicadas was like, we want to say something too. So they all in the background sounding like maracas or something. So I don't know if I'm going to post it. I might have to redo it.
Cicadas are clout chasing.
Look, I saw.
Too.
I was out in Cheverly, Maryland yesterday, just minding my business, doing the government's work, and it was a plethora of cicadas. Like I didn't see them, but I heard them. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" It was like, "Oh, those are cicadas." I didn't get in the building.
They are more aggressive than they've ever been. I remember. I remember when the last batch came out, and I know this might sound cliche, but the reason I know is because my now youngest child was just a few months old when they were here last time, and she's 17 now, and they weren't like this. These ones, these are COVID cicadas. They got the Rona. They real aggressive. I don't like these guys, and they need to go. I think we got like 2 or 3 more weeks left, but they need to go and get up out of here. I'm sick of this. And when the next batch comes, I'm not gonna be here.
I think I killed most of them because they hit my car. So many of them have hit my car that it's just gross. And then I just see them dead like everywhere. Like I see them more dead than it's just nasty.
But it used to be.
The season is dying down. They're starting to die. So they usually do anything from 4 to 6 or 6 to 8 weeks. So now they're starting to die. So like every morning, like somebody old ass auntie, I get up and go on the porch and sweep off the dead cicadas off the porch.
But I was hoping they would die in the woods that they came out of, but they're not. They're dying like on our, like you said, on your porch and on the streets. They're dying like where we walk. It's gross.
But they used to buzz around, and then if they like bumped into you, they would just fall over and die. I had one that it hit me, and then I thought I'd bounce off me and die, and this motherfucker came back around in my face like, "Yo, you excuse me," you know what I mean? Like a homeless window washer or something. Like you see me here. And I was just like, "What's going on?"
They having a hot girl, hot boy cicada summer.
They attacked my dog. They came after my dog.
Now my cat, he likes to catch them and knock them around and play with them. So if they come on the balcony and he out there, I'll be like, well, that's on y'all. And he just get them and do what he do with them.
Wow.
We were talking about this earlier, Ty. We was talking about, I don't know if you had a chance to visit the Gary Owens Kenya beef. Divorce Chronicles. I just wanted to know if you had a hot take about this, especially after the Instagram message.
I have been doing this thing where I try to mind my business as much as possible. So I don't know the ins and outs of what's going on with them, but I hear that they are splitting up. What I will say is that sounds like a husband and wife having irreconcilable differences, and respectfully, that's their business, and I don't have a dog in that fight. And if I want to see clowns, I go to the circus, and it's not my monkey, not my circus over there, child. I don't know what they doing. That ain't my business. If she's sick of his shit and if he's sick of her shit, that's their shit. I don't know, child. I ain't in that.
Well, I had that same mindset, but Glenn made me read the whole
see
post.
See what we doing here? I don't know if you saw when you were backstage, but I was imploring Mike not to read. I implored him to not read.
Listen, I don't know. All I know is that they having some trouble over there, and whether they work it out, whether they don't work it out, nothing they doing over there is contributing to what I got going over here. So I'm gonna just mind my business. I don't have anything to say about their situation at all, because when manifestation is happening, when I get to a level where all eyes will be on me, I don't want nobody speaking on what I'm doing in my relationship either.
Hey, Glenn. Hey, Trinita. You know what this sounds like? I'm gonna take Ty. You sit there for a second. She's just trying to make sure, in case Gary Owens asks her to open up, there's no audio feedback.
Like that could be it or not. But also, like I said, it's their business. I don't like, because if I was going through it, I wouldn't want people all in. You know what I'm saying? In my business. Oh, Mike's the boss, so whatever the way the conversation goes, I just follow what Mike is saying.
I just pay the StreamYard fee.
I'm the boss to me.
Responsible out of all of us.
All I said was, did y'all see it? And I was like, well, read it. And I was like, okay, I'll read it. I mean, Katrina, I was going to share the screen, but Trina said, read it.
I didn't see anything.
One of y'all said, read it.
Roll that back. Roll that tape back. I want to see where I said, read it.
We got to roll the tape back.
I'm not going to read it.
Listen, we don't need to talk about any of that. Todd, what is the thing that you're most excited about that's coming up on your schedule right now? What's got you the most excited?
The shows in Atlanta this weekend are extremely important and exciting to me, because it is the most.
Can you tell Ryan? Can you tell him to come to DC?
What?
I can tell him a lot of things, but whether or not he's going to do them.
I'm just saying.
But, I mean, I think he was not too far.
I think in November. I think. Like
I don't know, but I mean, for me, I'm really excited because I've never performed. I've never done stand-up comedy in Atlanta. So I'm making my debut. I haven't been to Atlanta in over 20 years. I mean, I might stop through on a layover on a flight, but I don't leave the airport. But I haven't been to Atlanta in over 20 years. So I'm excited to just go and be there. One of my brothers lives down there, and he has never seen me perform. And so this will be the first time that my brother will see me. He's never seen me perform live. So this will be the first time that my brother is getting to see me perform live. This will be my first time performing in Atlanta as a stand-up comedian. So this is a very important weekend for me. And whilst there are people in the comedian community who know who I am down there, I am going down there to make a name. I am going down there to plant my flag, and so that people will know, oh yeah, we need her back. So I'm really excited about this trip.
Congratulations on all of it. That's so cool.
Where is it?
We'll go ahead and take all the talking time, Glenn.
Okay. You said I was the interviewer. You know what I'm saying? You said I was
I just wanted to chime in for 1 second. Can I just one chime? Can I do one chime, Glenn? I mean, it's your rodeo.
Now I'm devoted again. Okay.
I mean, it's your rodeo. I'm just a horse trying to get a ride. Can I just chime in real quick? I just want to say I've been to Atlanta and I love it. You'll love it. That's it. That's all I got.
I was going to ask, where are you going to be performing? How many show dates you got?
It's going to be at the Atlanta Comedy Theater, 6 shows, 1 show tomorrow, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, and 1 show Sunday. The show tomorrow is at 8 p.m. and the shows on Friday and Saturday are at 7 and 10 p.m. I'm not sure what time the show is on Sunday. It's probably at 7 or 8 p.m. Either way, tickets are available at atlantacomedytheater.com. I have posted it on my Facebook. I posted it on my social media. Pull up.
So, I mean, here's another question too. This is just something that interests me as a person who has a daytime job, right? Who's teetering on not having a daytime job and putting their foot going 10 toes deep into comedy. What are some of the advantages? Because like right now you're just doing shows. So what do you do? Like you got a show 7 and 10, right? So there's it's 5 to it's like 5 p.m. and before. So what are you doing before that time? Like,
So I went full time as a stand-up comedian in 2016. I didn't quit my job. I was just talking about this today. That's crazy. I didn't quit my job. I didn't give a 2 weeks notice. I just I just never went back. I just never went back because I was incredibly unhappy at that place. And that was a decision that I made based on emotions. I'm in therapy now, and my decisions are not always emotionally based now. I think about things. But when I didn't go back to work, it solidified the amount of work and energy that it took for me to be in the place that I wanted to be in my career. And why am I throwing all of this time and this energy in a place that I hate, helping someone to further their empire instead of creating my own? So when I left my job, I said, if you want to eat, if you want these bills to be paid, you got to figure out how you're going to bring income in. And some days the money is like, yeah, turn up. And some days it's not. So you have to have mental fortitude. Like, you have to be so grounded mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Because if you are grounded in your finances, you are going to have a difficult time more than anyone else that are lacking in the other areas. And I would never advise anyone to quit their job. But what it did for me was it forced me to be more aggressive and be more hungry and go harder, because I didn't have a steady paycheck, and it paid off. Like, it's, there are shows, one show or maybe a cluster of shows where I've made more money doing probably a total hour and a half of stand-up than if I would have stayed at my civilian job and worked 40 hours a week for 2 months. But I'm happy. So yeah, it's a little more unstable and unknown in this lifestyle, but I'm the happiest that I've ever been. So, it requires discipline, it requires structure. And when I'm not on the road, I am doing other things. I'm checking my email. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get my voiceover reel done and my electronic press kit. And I need headshots and I need this. And then I also utilize the time before stage to work on existing jokes or write new jokes or, plan my content strategy for the content that I put on social media. So I'm not just sitting here chilling like this until it's time to hit a mic. I'm doing other stuff. And I think that's what's so glorifying about what it is that we do, because people only see the results. They make it look easy. We make it look effortless when they don't know. There's nights that I've cried, couldn't go to sleep and woke up with swollen eyes because I didn't know what I was going to do next or how my next bill is going to get paid. So, but I understand the responsibility that comes with this. This is the life that I chose. This is the life that chose me. And this is where we at. Like, I'm committed to this. I'm married to the game. This is my husband. So,
that kind of brings me back to the question I was going to ask you about what you said earlier when you said you were slightly depressed during the beginning of the pandemic. What made you, what pulled you out of that? What do you remember that moment that you said, I'm over this. I need to just get back.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been diagnosed with major depressive disorder, I don't know, for a million years at this point. And what pulled me out of my depressive episode at the beginning of this pandemic, I literally was sitting on the couch one day and I sat up because I had to use the bathroom, and I was like, what is that smell? Like, what is that? And I hit myself and I was like, whoa. And my mom walked past. She said, yeah, I was going to tell you that you need to wash your ass, but you look sad and I didn't want to hurt your feelings. And I was like, you know what? I have laid on this couch for probably a good week, and I've cried and wallowed in my misery. I've barely eaten. I barely drank any water. I ain't combed my hair. I ain't washed these yams. Girl, get your ass up. Life is hard, but get up and take a small step. Don't try to do a whole bunch. First thing you need to do, go wash your face. Go brush your teeth. Go take a shower. Do that. And then let's figure out what we're going to do next. So it literally was the smell that broke me out of my depression. Because, child, listen, I was like, ooh, this smells bad. So, and a lot of times to the people that are watching, a lot of times when people slip into depressive episodes, hygiene is neglected. So your self-care and your self-love is neglected. And I know it may sound funny, but that's literally what shook me out of my depressive episode is I smell bad.
Yeah.
And there have been moments since then that I feel myself slipping back into it. And then I'd be like, did you wash today? Did you put And that's why I do my skincare regimen. I commit to it twice a day, in the morning, at night. Like I don't do anything until I start that. Do your meditations, do your prayers. I go to therapy every week. Like it's a job. Like you are a job. And before you do any other job, you need to do this job first. And I started to do this job, and then everything else just fell in place.
I've been watching just a little bit, peeking in, you know what I'm saying? Not in a weird way. I've been watching your skincare regimens, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, okay. And I saw that. And I feel like as somebody who's just an observer of just the DC comedy community, just, you know, everybody's thing that they're doing, I feel like I almost witnessed the turn, you know what I'm saying? Like when you just weren't doing anything, and then all of a sudden it was just like a little bit here, popping up here. And in my opinion, I don't know, I feel like I saw you win the comedy wings, and then like after that there was like a lot of things happening. Or am I wrong? Was that like way before the pandemic?
No, the comedy wings was before the pandemic. Comedy wings, I did that in June of 2019. And then 2 weeks later, the episode of Heart of the City came out. And then after that, I went out to LA, and I was out there doing Chocolate Sundays and doing all of these other shows. And then after that, I went to New York, and I did the Apollo, and I did the Knitting Factory, and I did all of them. So like the timing of everything looked like I was everywhere and doing everything, but some of these things had already been and it just happened to roll out. And then like the last thing I did before the pandemic was the Capital Jazz Super Cruise, which, Lord, please let them start doing them cruises again, because I want to go back and do the Capital Jazz Super Cruise. But that's where I met Delay, and that's where I met, you know, all of these other people and entertainers doing that cruise. And then 2 months later, lights out, pandemic. So it was like I had all this momentum, and I thought things were getting ready to take off, and then it's like, and I went into a depression because my money dried up, my situation got bad, and I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm a stand-up comedian. If I can't perform, and at the beginning, I was talking cold cash trash. Okay, like if anyone ever decides to pull up my old post, you can't do stand-up online. It's stupid. And then after about 2 weeks of not having a fix, I was like, all right, how you work? Somebody come show me how you do the Zoom. Somebody help me. And, you know, so you had to adapt. And Rodney Perry, he's somebody that, you know, I go to and seek counsel from. And I remember something he said to me years ago: you have to remain kinetic. You always have to adapt and evolve. The only thing constant is change. So we all sitting down, we all in the house, and this is the best time more than ever for you to work on your social media, for people to be able to see you. You need to do something, and you need to do it every day. Commit to it every day. I literally did videos, at least one video a day, every day, for months. And then boom, the video that I had no idea would go viral went viral. I was like, really, nigga? Because I did all these effects and stuff on this video.
Which one was it? Which one went viral? Which one was it?
So the first video that went viral on Instagram on my page was me doing a lip sync of another guy saying, if you see me on TikTok after we got off work, I clocked out, mind your business. I had on one of my wigs and I looked like an auntie, and I was just lip syncing to someone else's words. My first video that went viral on TikTok was me reciting the lyrics to Ether from another creator's Stitch. He was like, what's the most disrespectful bar you've ever heard? And when I did that video, that went crazy. Like, that's my most viewed video, and that's where a bulk of my first 10,000 followers came from, off of that video. Cool. And then after that, and it's like most of the time videos that I do that go viral, it's because my own voice is actually being heard. It's something that I'm saying. So I had to put a video that went viral. I had to make it private because I got tired of the notifications and the comments on it, because it wasn't something that people wanted to hear. It was a lot of men that were upset by what I said. And eventually I just was like, girl, let me turn this off because y'all done got on my nerves. Because all I said was is that I don't want to date anymore. And child, they was like, well,
I was mad at that.
Hold on real quick. If we got just 1 second. Hi, Mom. I just want to say hi. My mom.
Oh, that's so sweet. She got a little flower as her.
Yeah, that's my mom. She just want to say that real quick, and then got this one right here from a man, Oh My Pancakes. He got wonderful cartoons on Instagram. Make sure you check him out. His Instagram name is Oh My Pancakes, and his sister does my t-shirts, Engine Design, Black-owned business, and she will be the sole person who'll be selling my t-shirts and sweaters from here on out. So link be coming out soon. So Engine Design for all your Promote My B needs. He On My Pancakes says, I follow Rodney Perry on Instagram. I think he beat COVID.
Yes, he did.
As a matter of fact, I think I was in the clubhouse when you had a clubhouse with Rodney Perry and y'all were in there. I forget what the subject was.
I used to be on there heavy, and once Earth reopened, it was like, all right, niggas. And I pop on there every now and then, but like November, December, January, Clubhouse was popping 10. And now, like, I still have my room in my club, but I'm not on there as much because I'm outside with it.
So with that said, do you think you're going to be doing a lot less social media? You're just going to go back to be doing live shows and have a less of a presence on social media? Or are you going to still try to do every day, every 2 days on social media?
I know that there are going to be adjustments and changes to all of the stuff. And I told people that from the jump, like once we start being able to move around and do things, they're going to see some changes. I'm not going to stop. But I do take breaks from social media to preserve my mental wellness because it's draining, it's taxing. And some days I'd be ready to, lose my mind. So it's just about balance. So I'm going to continue to create content, but when I want to. Like I've gotten to the point now when I post a video, I'm not concerned about how many views it got. It's just, this is something that I wanted to do. I did it, post, boom. If it goes viral, great. If it doesn't, like I no longer attach my emotions or my success or my worth to how many views, likes, comments, or shares that I get. So some days I'll do 5 videos, and then some days I won't do a video for like a week. Like if y'all see me absent everywhere, that means I'm fasting. That means I don't social media at all.
Do you feel like taking that stress off of yourself about worrying about the likes and things like that made content creation easier for you?
Yeah, absolutely. And like it's funny, I did a video today which kind of shows what the beginning of digital content creator life looked like for me on day one versus where it looks like now 6 months later. And when I decided that I'm not putting content out for people, I'm not putting this stuff out for them. I'm doing it for me. And if I'm happy with it, then that is all that matters. And if there's people that rock with what I'm doing, then those are my people. But if you don't like the videos that I make, if you don't like my stand-up comedy, if you don't think I'm funny, if you don't think I'm pretty, if you don't think I'm any of, you're just not my people. There's 7.5 billion in the people on this planet. We don't all like each other. We're not supposed to. Like, you don't like me, I don't like you too. Like, it's become less stressful for me because I'm doing what I'm doing for me. If I feel like posting a video, like I ain't gonna hold you. TikTok, I go to TikTok to play. Like when my inner child wants to play, I go to TikTok or I play in makeup. I done went to YouTube University. I done took makeup certification course to learn how to do my own face. When I want to let my inner child run wild and go crazy, I go to TikTok or I go play makeup or I do something silly. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's become a lot easier. The less you give a fuck, the better it is for you.
That's interesting if you say that because I remember when I started getting back on stage of the pandemic, and once the pandemic was over with, and I realized that my comedy has gotten better, stand up wise, because I stopped worrying about, and I used to get on stage worrying about what would make people laugh.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment I took that element away, and I was like, this is funny to me, and because it's funny to me, I'm gonna say this shit anyhow, and I'm gonna tell these jokes. And the moment I did that, I took that worrying about what other people thought was funny, and it's what I thought was funny, and just putting it out there. Because there's a lot of stuff I wanted to say, but I never said it because it's like, oh, I don't want to offend somebody, or I don't want to. I'm not talking about to go out there and start dropping, be dropping gay slurs, and I'm not talking about that. But just like there was certain stuff I like, let me hold back because I don't want to, I don't know if that's gonna be funny in that. Now I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna say it and see what happens, and if it doesn't happen, I'm like, all right, cool. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's totally normal. Like the new, like I'm recrafting my hour. I have set a goal for myself that I want to record my comedy album and shoot my special, and I want to do it this year, this date. I've already started planning that. And when I was, put it like this, I'm being pursued for representation by a couple of suitors. And one of those suitors asked me, how much material do you have? And I was like, an hour. Like, I have an hour. Before COVID, I have an hour. And he said, how much of that hour are you in love with? And I was like, nobody ever asked me that before. And so I had to think about it. And I was like, I love about 20, 25 minutes of it. And he was like, so why don't you work on an hour that you love? And I was like,
I've heard that before. Yeah.
So that is what I've been doing. And this new bit that I've been working on, when I tell you it scared me, I was like, man, I don't know if I should say that. Somebody might get offended, or how will people look at me? And I don't want to be judged. And you're going to be judged anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I started doing it, and like the first couple of times that I actually was performing it, and like there's footage of it, you can see it, how uncomfortable I was doing it, especially if you've seen me perform before. Like people that knew me was like, you wasn't feeling well. Like I had physical pain in my chest telling this joke. And now because I've been running it and getting more free and accepting of myself, it's turning out to, it's going to be my swan song. It's my new signature, and it's going to be my masterpiece. And that is what I'm recording, and that is what I'm shooting. So the less you care.
Real quick, Ty, go ahead. We're gonna wrap this up. Ty, let everybody know again. First, thank you for being on and taking a little time out for being with your boy, being with your peoples.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Tell the people again where they can find you again in Atlanta. Drop your Instagram and all of your social medias up here. One more time.
Before we close out, I had a question though.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just sports.
When can we expect? I'm sorry. I just had to jump in there because I was late, so I didn't get all my talk minutes in. When can we expect? When can we expect to see your album? Are you ready to tell us when we might be able to see?
My goal. What I have strategized is 2022, but what the creator and the universe decides is something else. So we just waiting on them and see what they have to say.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Mike. I apologize. See, this is how we do it here. There has to be conflict. That's what people want to see.
It doesn't have to be conflict. It doesn't have to be conflict. Anyway, man. Once again, you're right. I'm just a damn monkey.
But wait, there's another question that I had, which is this: Ty, as a radio host, and you see the radio show that we got, what do you think we got going on here? How do you like this as a radio host? What is your professional opinion?
I mean, I think that you guys are doing a great job. You're keeping in tune with how this type of content is being distributed. You have it audio for people to listen, and you have it visually for people to see it. You do it live, and then people can also go back. So I think that you guys are right on the mark with how things are being done now. Like my podcast was only audio. I didn't want it to be visual, and then I was like, all right, I'm tired of this, fuck this podcast, and I don't do it anymore. So you guys are being consistent, you guys are disciplined, and I think that you guys are on the right path and continue to do that.
Thank you, Ty.
That's all I want to do. Now my job's done.
I just want to say, since Glenn has finally gave me some time to talk, I just want to say this is all my idea. I'm not here to. I mean, I don't want to brag or nothing. I want to toot my own horn, but toot.
I mean, it is called Old Mike B.
Right.
Radio
It's,
podcast.
it's the Open Mic Radio podcast.
Oh,
It's on Mike.
you know what I meant.
M-I-K-E.
I'm sorry.
It's only
What
been
might be?
Open mic.
yeah.
Open mic.
Anyway, Ty, let the people know. Let the people know where they can find you in Atlanta. And go. And there's a diner. I forget the name of it. It's down the street from the the Coca-Cola Museum and the aquarium. There's a diner down there that plays all Atlanta hip hop music while you eat. It's amazing. Make sure you go there.
Okay. Cool. I try to make things simple because I try to make things the way that I would want them.
Mhm.
So the best thing for anybody watching or listening to do is to go to Instagram and you can follow me at comedian Ty Davis. That's Ty Davis. And comedian is spelled the regular way, Comedian, not comedian. It's comedian Ty Davis. And there is a link in my bio which will attach you to everywhere else that I'm at: TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, my merchandise that you can purchase. Instagram is where you want to be. And then the link in my bio will funnel you everywhere else. I will be in Atlanta starting tomorrow, June 10th through to June 13th, which is Sunday, 6 shows with Ryan Davis and friends. I'm one of the friends. You go to AtlantaComedyTheater.com to purchase your tickets. And yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Thank you, Ty. Thank you again,
I think
Ty.
it's BQE. BQE is the restaurant and lounge, right?
I just like you. Anyway, Ty, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go back to doing what you're doing. Thank you again for being on. I really appreciate you. We're gonna put Ty back in the green room as soon as I hit the 3-dot button.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. Remove from stream. All right, that was Ty. Thanks, Ty. I'm waving at her again in the green room. But yeah, man, that was Ty Davis, man. The freaking MVP of the pandemic. She is amazing, man. One of my good friends. I mean, we don't talk all the time, but when we do talk, we talk business, and I think it's pretty healthy. I don't know. Anywho, I mean, unless y'all got something else to say, that's it. I mean,
that's good, man.
I mean, you did all the talking, Glenn. I mean, y'all let me read.
You literally said that I'm supposed to be doing the interview, and so I was like, okay, let me do my job. If someone gives me a job, then I'm gonna do my job.
What does this look like? What does it look like? What about this? What does it look like?
As long as you ain't mad. Listen, if I'm not here next week, y'all know what happened. I overstepped my boundaries and I got fired again.
Yeah, that's
Mike done fired me like 5 or 6 times already, so
that's okay. We're gonna let Trinita go too. Trinita, go finish your errands. We appreciate you. Thanks for being on. You stayed more episodes than I thought you was gonna be on. You've made it 2 episodes, so I guess you're faithful to the show. So
I am.
So
but you ain't made it till you got fired, Trinita.
so go back to your your errands, Katrina. Thank you for being on again. We're gonna send you to the green room. And
okay.
All right, thank you, Trinita.
Bye.
Bye. So we removed Trinita. Now it's just me and you, Glenn.
I only got one last thing to say. You can follow me on Level Up Comedy, levelupcomedy.com. Check us out. Got the new Blur Dad podcast, which Mike was a guest. This was one of the higher rated episodes of the Blur Dad podcast. Check that out.
I gotta go back and read those comments. I gotta see what those comments are.
There you go. And check out Beat the Blacks too. It was a great the House Next Door. Great movie.
Tell me about it.
It was good. It had Cat Williams in it. He really held it down.
What's the plot?
It's really fun. The plot is they move back to Atlanta.
What's your favorite scene?
Look, I got an embargo. I can't talk too much about it. You ain't gonna get me fired. You ain't gonna cut off my steady income of streamers. Anyway, that's all I got. Thank you for letting me be part of this.
All I got is I'm at the Tally Ho Theater. For everybody's in Leesburg, I'm at the Tally Ho Theater. Shout out to the DC Improv. I'm at the Tally Ho Theater this Friday. I'm also doing the super heavyweight show. Shout out to my man Dominic Grayer. Also, next Tuesday will be the first night of Broken Mike Comedy's Talk to Me Tuesday. And then we also talk to be Taboo Thursday. And then just announced July 23rd, Broken Mike Comedy is at Wonderland every 4th Friday starting in July. And I got some other stuff that's cooking as well. Shout out to my homie Brandon Moore. She's not even here to see that comment. Shout out to Brandon Moore and company. My homie Brandon Moore. for Broken Mike Comedy. Thank you all who are still listening to the stream, whether on YouTube. It's 0 people watching. Listen to the stream on YouTube and on Facebook, or listen to it on iTunes, on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts at. Thank y'all again for listening. I'm Mike B.
I'm Glenn Lawrence.
All right, man. Thank y'all for listening. Until next time, y'all, in podcast.